Abuzia mama kwa mamfamla ke Black Media. Abuzia nsembia etudwa no in fact anodin. Speaker of Parliament Honorable BAGBIN at Nsimbi atudwa say Senate mamufo wa Ghana NSB abele no ma sebi electoral commission ene aban a wote so na impo asrafo wa Ghana ne banbofo wa Ghana enye wona adwene say omo de sebi omosra asem ene banbo ba be hunhuna timamufo wa abato ya ba beto na sebi o ekoba say benam so momfa ba bia no koreda emfanto na ekoba saa ono aban BAGBIN wakai mela na general champion eteso occidental general champion nimse wo osreni en wode abapa wenti no ene wo bia kokofa team bi ba ya from semuwas na ene asoja foiti wo mu gu mountain asra ya posifui ene bro pani ekum nanso eba saa no ono BAGBIN no na waka ho bi ene omo so timamufo ti wo mu gu mountain say afi enough is enough baby adru no wose omutimi de omumogya twa so na omogye oman no adisi wonom na ne wose entokwa omoku bi ene asrafo ni kumbi pa omo so ekum asrafo ni bebre na oka aka ne bi mu say wo hwe those days ya na champion ewo honom bepem na akode be na Ghana wo etu be na Ghana wo niema bay ene basisi oman ma be yedin na sebi na no sisumina so se ekobase bia yoni entokwa bi mentimi wase bi kosoa de akode na Ghana fo asrafo anasa apolisifoɔ betimidi esi mountain so mo de ba be face timamfo no ene de enye adwuma wose ebiesi Nigeria pen ebiesi Kenya pen ni nyina timamfo ni bra no mo fm ene wo yawa no mo namu enam so mo yese o ba bi adru ne de wose yetimi asore eko agye man edisi honom enti enam so mo tintesu kokko de guo nti ono de wo ka no aka biom se sabato aye betu mo mfa fenchim ye no kuredie ne pepeye an to fom dia ene mo nye o madwe so mo de asrafo ana posifo ana akodie bi ba be hunhuna timamfo no na ebasa timamfo no wono so nya tisi monten so be kontokwa na ne ewu no be wu awu ko wo sre ni ana se input timamfo no ebi kurampo ne be kuma asrafo mo mfa ho because moja no ene se ne oman ne ekono oman no ehia fa hodi abusia owie ene wode nsembe to so fia batu na pesa ka me ho ne kwadi nchirimu no ebesisi ye.
The Ghanaian voter can no longer be intimidated. We saw what happened in Kenya. We saw what happened in Nigeria. Ghana is not immune to it. I was a young man in Legon during the regime of President General Akia Champon. And that was the time they brought in the MOACs to support the police. They were blue in color. We faced the MOACs with our bodies, not even with sticks, empty hands. Some of us were killed, but we fought and managed to turn this country to democratic Ghana. The people are not afraid of the military. How many are they in this country? How many are the people? How many bullets do they have? How many will they kill? How many of them will survive? We've seen it before from country to country. So if there's any intention of using the military to threaten and intimidate the voter, they better think twice.
Have you spoken to the president or the defense minister about this?
I've drawn the attention of the Minister of Defense to some of these things earlier on. In fact, there were a number of times I made requests to lead a non-partisan national team of senior citizens, just because of my position as Speaker, to Boko, to try to intervene, to try and find solution to the problem there. And I've been the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Interior, the National Security Minister, a number of times, just to give me that opportunity. Well, I cannot go there without there are no objection. And I would have set up a team of stakeholders to go there, visit, and try to mediate. These overtures were denied.
Has the EC conducted itself well ahead of this year's general election?
So far, the EC has been prevented from being seen as an impartial arbiter.
Prevented by who?
You could see the background of some of the employees and the statements that they have made. It doesn't place them in the position that this is going to be an unbiased referee. And that has affected the credibility of the Electoral Commission. Some of the directors have made clear statements about some of the political parties, trying to pitch the commission against those political parties and painting those political parties in such a way that they are the problem in the country and not any other person. That should not come from the mouth of somebody working in the Electoral Commission. But that is what we have now. And all calls to the powers that be, particularly government, to take action, because those were appointees by government, has fallen on deaf ears.
So when you say that
so a party like the National Democratic Congress feels strongly that the Electoral Commission, as currently composed, is unfavorable to the party.
Beyond the directors, when you say that the EC has been prevented, do you mean the appointing body is preventing, as in the government, is preventing the EC from being a fair referee?
Exactly that. Exactly that. Apart from that, you have heard, even from civil society, allegations of some untoward things happening at the commission, missing of equipment. And as of today, at the lecture, Lawyer Kofi Bentel still stressed that they believe strongly that what the Electoral Commission put out was incorrect, and that those equipment, plus what they said were disused equipment, and had to replace.
Originally said they were computers and not necessarily connected to anything.
Were actually not the true state of affairs. That is the view they still hold as at today. And so when you come to the parties themselves, there are these concerns they raised. And the Electoral Commission itself has come out to talk about lack of logistics and resources to do their work. These are all things that the establishment, the government, could take action to solve. If that is not being taken, then how can you build a trust? And so it's for all of us to coalesce, work together to make sure that the right thing is done before the election day. Or else, we're just playing with fire.
Which means what?
Well, anything could happen that day. And none of us is praying for that to happen. But if you go to the election and you see that the officials themselves will count up to 20 and the next ballot is 70, then you know you're in trouble.